please. Mr. Beecham will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mr. Jester?
Here.
Ms. Romeo?
Here.
Ms. John?
Here.
Mr. Sharon? Colonel Hasselhoff?
Mr. Beecham, do we have any special guests this evening?
We do have a special guest this evening. You know, we always like to bring to you very special students and highlight their accomplishments. And we have a very special student to bring to you this evening. I'm going to let Mr. Chris Conway introduce her to you. You know, it's a little hard to round them up in the summertime, so they're really special students when they come in the summer to do this. Mr. Conway, if you'd introduce our guest, I'd appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the school board, I'd like to introduce one of our FFA members from Eisenhower, Miss Rebecca Brisolara. Rebecca, this past spring, was one of our speech contestants that went around to various speech contests and gave a speech titled Open Sesame. And I think by state contest, what was it, third or fourth time you'd given that speech? Mm-hmm. She had given it, she had to qualify in order to get there. She first had to get out of our area and be in the top two there. She qualified in our area. She was second, that one. She qualified in the top two anyways. She went to our district, won the district speech contest with this speech, and that allowed her to go on to be one of the top 10 finalists in the Oklahoma FFA Association's overall speech contest in the area of natural plant science and natural resources in that area. So at this time, I will let Ms. Brisolara give her speech entitled Open Sesame.
You all be excited about the soft cheese pickles onions on a Sesame fun. You may remember this McDonald's jingle describing its Big Mac hamburger. It does describe very vividly a Big Mac hamburger, but it also serves several agricultural products. The beef patties and the wheat that make up the buns are major agricultural commodities in Oklahoma. Then you have the ingredients of the special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions. All items that play an important role in the agriculture industry. Do I have them all? How could I forget? Maybe the smallest, least obvious one. The sesame seed. Sesame indica is an ancient oil seed. First recorded on the crop in Babylon and Assyria over 4,000 years ago. This crop has been spread from the fertile crescent of the ancient Near East to grown in many parts of the world on over 5 million acres. U.S. commercial production of sesame reportedly began in the 1850s. Acres in the U.S., primarily in Texas and other southwestern states, have ranged from 3,000 to 20,000 acres in recent years. However, America loves the sesame seed, and the U.S. imports more sesame than we love. Retail sales actually take at least 100,000 acres of sesame in the U.S. just to meet domestic demand. Sesame is not a new part for American farmers to consider. In fact, Thomas Jefferson recognized the potential of sesame when he grew it in his test pot. But 200 years later, we have done little to develop this crop in the U.S. My ag teacher told me the story of when he saw just last year a local farmer north of Lawton planted with an unusual crop. In fact, at times, it looked like a field of wheat. Little did he know that was his first sight of a sesame field. After noticing the sesame field, he gave a book to our talk about sesame and its many uses. The primary market for sesame in the U.S. is in the baker's industry. Once the seed is called, it is placed on top of buns and bread. also sell sesame in bulk. Part of the attraction due to sesame and baking is undoubtedly its high fat, 50% oil, and high protein content, up to 25% protein by weight. Sesame oil carries a premium relative to other cooking oils, and is considered more stable than most vegetable oils due to several antioxidant properties in the oil. After the oil is extracted from the seed, the flour that remains has 50% protein and is high in antioxidants. This remaining meal is a high protein material, suitable for feeding to livestock and pets. Although at this time, sesame oil is used almost exclusively for human consumption, it has potential for a variety of industrial uses, which include health benefits, such as healing suffering, diseases, and benefiting the heart and nervous system. Some farmers use sesame for wildlife. In Ohio and Oklahoma, it is planted on ditch banks and along woody creeks to save quail and pheasants. In South Carolina, farmers still plant sesame for duck food. As producers look at these tiny seeds on their alternative crops, and consumers look at sesame for its health benefits, researchers have found that farmers can benefit from sesame in other ways. Sesame production in the world has been highly labor-intensive, and therefore restricted and less developed countries. Now that sesame varieties have been developed that are shatter-proof and can be mechanically harvested, sesame has a bright future in the United States as a viable alternative crop. Sesame is a row crop, grown as a rotation crop for cotton, corn, wheat, and peanuts in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Researchers at Texas A&M and Auburn University have found that sesame reduces nematode population, particularly the root-knot nematode that attacks peanuts and cotton. In fact, research shows incorporating sesame into peanut and cotton rotations can actually decrease yield. All of this plus the fact that sesame is drought tolerant and can be planted from May to July. It also was well minimum and no-till farming, which leads to other soil conservation plans of sesame, and is also an excellent soil builder. The roots are numerous, which along with the stalk distinctly will easily and break it down quickly, making the soil very yellow and requiring less work for the next crop, while the tilling and moisture retention is improved. Sesame has indeed been noted for improving moisture conservation in the soil for the next crop. In dry after sesame, fields of corn and cotton do not show as much stress. Since sesame is drought tolerant, it only requires 1 quart of water for corn, 1/3 of water for sorghum, and 1/2 the water for cotton. Of the sesame grown in the United States, 90% is grown on dry land, while only 10% have supplemental irrigation. In Oklahoma, the sesame coordinator, or SESCO, is a company anybody can turn to for everything about sesame, whether it's questions in research or the bulk details and processing. In fact, Comer, Oklahoma is home to a state-of-the-art processing plant, which has the largest capacity of maybe, just maybe, that little white feeling of love will be more than just a passing by.
And you heard it here first. Rebecca, I don't think any of us will ever look at a Big Mac the same way. I think so. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you go to school and what grade you're in. All the good things that we always need to know as adults.
I go to Eisenhower High School, and I'm in 11th grade.
Going into?
Oh, no. I'm going to be a senior this year.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
We wanted to be...
That still hasn't clicked yet.
Brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do. I have 11 brothers and sisters.
That's that sesame seed crop, the plant that you're talking about at Holbert. Have you had the opportunity to go there? Or
I haven't been able to go to the sesame plant, but I've seen pictures of it, and it's pretty
We need to
large.
get your ag teacher to get you in with the administration over there, because if they can't use what you've got to say, they're in trouble. Because that was excellent. You did an excellent job, and we thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for coming on a summer evening. The first day of summer, actually. That's all we have under the guests this evening.
Okay. Do we have an architect's report tonight?
Not this evening.
Departmental report?
Our guest was actually part of our departmental report for the ag department.
Okay. Your report then?
I do not have anything under item 7A. So you're welcome to go to the consent agenda at this point.
Okay. Do we have any items that need to be removed from the consent agenda?
Approve the consent agenda. Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Let's see. Are we to the proposed executive session?
Yes, we are.
Do we need one tonight?
We certainly do.
Okay.
I move that we adjourn to executive session. Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.